Hello everyone, my name is David Nguyen, and my work for Master Scholars is on flame retardants and life cycle analysis. As a background to my work, I worked with Dr. Zia, Professor Ram, Professor Chen, and other lab mates on a flame retardant project last spring semester, and I continue working with them for my Master Scholars. Over the summer, I mainly learned more about flame retardants and life cycle analysis. Before talking about flame retardants, we need to understand how combustion works. This figure on the right is a diagram of the combustion cycle. In the context of fabrics, a heat source breaks away pieces of the surface of the fabric. Those broken pieces continue to break apart until they become combustible gases, combusting and generating heat. That heat is used to break away pieces of the fabric, continuing the combustion cycle. Because of this positive feedback loop, combustion is sustained as the heat is sustained. So, to stop the fire, the generation of heat needs to be slowed down and or stopped. That is what flame retardants do. They are chemicals that can slow down and or stop the spread of fire. This figure on the right lists the various methods flame retardants are able to retard fire. They can retard fire through creating a flame-resistant layer, preventing the combustion of gases, or simply sucking the heat from the fire. Some flame retardants are harmful to humans and the environment, either through the gases from the burning of the flame retardant or the production of the flame retardant. Current research in flame retardants is investigating alternative chemical groups or production methods to make the flame retardant safe. Here are some experiments I did during the spring semester. On the left is a flame test on a piece of fabric with no flame retardant. As you can see, the fire burns right through. On the right is a flame test on a piece of fabric with a flame retardant applied. As you can see, the fire burns only up to 3 inches and there is no fire when the burner is removed. This demonstrates the impact flame retardants have on slowing down and spreading the spread of fire. Life cycle analysis analyzes the environmental impact of a product. The analysis considers the whole life cycle of the product from the production of materials to the distribution or waste of the product. The life cycle is usually shown in a flow diagram, and the analysis can be used to compare the environmental impacts between products. On the right is a bar graph of the total CO2 production between a water bottle made from PET and PC. Here's an example of a life cycle of a flame retardant fabric. The flame retardant is tannic acid, a naturally occurring chemical made by plants. This diagram shows the flow diagram using tannic acid to make a flame retardant fabric. First, the material to make cotton fabric are gathered and made into cotton fabric. Next, the cotton fabric is transported into a factory that uses the cotton fabric and tannic acid to make the flame retardant fabric. Finally, the flame retardant fabric is sent out to be distributed. Each individual process has some amount of environmental impact, which is calculated and added together into the total environmental impact. There are some challenges and problems that arose from the flame retardant project in investigating life cycle analysis. For the flame retardant project, our flame retardant easily washes off during laundry, so we are looking into methods to allow the flame retardant to resist being washed off. Currently, we are looking into making a water-resistant layer to protect the flame retardant without compromising the flame resistance. For the life cycle analysis, we're looking for a solid chemical database that will allow us to perform life cycle analysis on various flame retardants. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Here is some contact information. You may contact me at this email, Professor Chen for life cycle analysis, and Dr. Zia or Professor Ram for flame retardants.